Hello, I'm Martin Park. You can call me Coach. Welcome to the channel. Today I'm going to talk about irradiated and activated Tibetan apricot extract. Every day a new face and body would walk or drag themselves up the stairs of my gym and toward the reception counter where, if not downstairs in the main gym areas training someone, I would usually be standing drinking a cup of tea. Regardless of who they were or what they looked like or what condition they appeared to be in, my opening words were always the same. Hello, how can I help you? And they, regardless of what their true motives were for walking into my gym, would say something like, I'm just looking around for a gym to go to so I can get a bit fitter. We would then chat a bit, and after a short while, I would have got them to reveal their true motive and goal for wanting to join a gym. Some wanted to get stronger and fitter for their particular sport or activity. Some wanted muscles and a six-pack so they look cool. Some wanted a toned body and a better booty so they look cool. And some wanted to lose weight, body fat. The first three all wanted something that I call a gain state. And the last, fat loss, wanted something that I call a losing state. The first three were always easy, as due to my reputation as the natural bodybuilding and training guru, they already believed in me. So by default, they already believed they would get what they wanted as long as they did what I told them to. The looks on their faces were always the same, full of hope and belief. The fat loss person was not so easy. In talking to them, I would hear a similar type of story and a language. A story and language I'd heard many times from all the previous people who had dragged themselves up the stairs of my gym who were struggling with the same problem as they were of trying to lose their body fat. They would talk about how difficult it was for them due to whatever thing or things they believed were holding them back or getting in the way. They would talk about how they had tried and failed. They would talk about this and that and the other until eventually they would stop talking and look at me. As I looked back at them, and as aware as I was that they weren't going to like what I was about to tell them, I would, out of respect for them, give them everything I had and tell them everything I believed they needed to hear and know if they were ever going to succeed at losing their body fat. Occasionally, someone would surprise me by actually listening and taking notice of what I was saying. We would then be able to work out a way for us to make this happen, and we would then be on our way towards succeeding right from the very first meeting. Most of the time, though, the moment they heard anything they didn't like the sound of, they would drift off and ignore me and look around the walls at all the pretty pictures of the bodies I had trained. And when that happened, I would tell them this. Look, I can see how difficult this is for you, and I don't always recommend what I'm about to tell you, but there is a shop in Newcastle. Newcastle, by the way, was around 150 kilometres, 93 miles away from where we were standing in my gym. A couple of hours drive. And I will continue. And they sell this imported, irradiated and activated Tibetan apricot extract, which unfortunately hasn't been approved by the government for use as a fat loss supplement, but it works. It works really well. The results that you get with this are absolutely incredible as long as you use it exactly the way you're supposed to according to the instructions. At this point, they would have stopped looking at the pictures and diverted all their attention to listening intently to what I was telling them. I would continue. Now, the guy that sells it won't post it to you as he doesn't want to risk getting in trouble, so you'll have to drive up to Newcastle and buy it over the counter with a note that I can give you so he knows that you are cool and safe. Also, it's not cheap, it's very expensive, and if you don't use it exactly as instructed, it can make you really sick, but it works. I would then stop talking and wait for them to say something. And at the moment they're about to say something, I would interrupt them. Sorry, one last thing. As they waited for the one last thing, the one last piece of super secret advice, the look and energy emanating from their face was now the same as someone who had entered my gym looking to gain some muscle, full of hope. I would stare at them a little longer, holding the silence, and then I would tell them the truth, which I always hated doing, as I knew it was going to deflate them, but that was the game. And I would say, that whole story, the one that I just told you, I just made it all up. There is no such thing as imported, irradiated and activated Tibetan apricot extract. Their look of hope would suddenly disappear and be replaced with confusion and anger, so I would quickly continue to talk before they either dissolved into a puddle on the ground or punched me in the face. Listen to me carefully. Just for a minute there was a look of optimism and hope that I could see and feel from you, and it was when you believed there was something out there that was finally going to help you. Well, that look has now completely gone. They would just stare at me, not knowing what to say. I would continue. Do you think you could place that positive energy and optimism and hope into believing in yourself and me, working as a team, with the sole intent of getting you to lose all the body fat that you want to lose? We would both look at each other for a moment. Then I would tell them to go home and think about it all. And if they were still interested, come back in a few days and we could talk further. Sometimes I would see them back. Sometimes I would never ever see them again. Unfortunately, in relation to losing weight, losing excess body fat, sometimes the truth isn't what you want to hear. I get it. I honestly wish it wasn't that way. I wish there was some form of magic solution, or if that's not possible, then at least some solution that was going to be simple and easy and enjoyable to do that required very little effort from the person trying to do it. But after doing this for over 45 years, I know without any question of a doubt that the only way for someone to take control of their weight and health and well-being is to do just that. They have to take control. They have to seek out truthful and actionable advice, and then make changes and implement strategies, and yes, make some short-term sacrifices if they are ever going to achieve what they want. This is your life and your story. And in this story, this journey, this quest to lose your body fat once and for all, you are the hero. And as the hero of the story, it is your duty to, without reservation, believe that it is possible and that you can and will succeed. I thank you for watching, and I look forward to spending some time with you again. Bye for now.